Apart from technical preparation that definitely must be in place before you start advertising on Facebook and Instagram, one very important thing that you as a business owner are most responsible for is what we call financial modeling. You want to have all your calculations in place. You want to estimate what is acceptable cost per lead, what is acceptable cost per customer, so that once you finish with advertising or once you finally start advertising, actually you get those leads and you get those new clients while not wasting money. You are actually still profiting. Your business is still profitable. That's the whole purpose of running business, right? So why wouldn't you put some time into this before you start advertising instead of just guessing and hoping that you have right numbers in place? Just in case you're new to the channel, let me welcome you. My name is Bojan. All we talk about here is how to get set up to sell online. I'm sharing everything I know about digital advertising, about digital marketing, about this digital world, so that you as a business owner can easily navigate, can level up your way of communicating with digital service providers, and that you can hold them accountable. So what I'm actually sharing here today is this financial modeling. This is something that you must put in place before you start advertising. Now, you cannot pull this out of your head if you never run, especially if you never run advertising before, right? But if you're going to hire someone who's going to do the Facebook ads for you, you want to communicate this. You want to ask them, hey, what is the cost per lead that we are expecting? What would be the reasonable conversion rate? What are your expectations? And you just want to put everything in written so that once you start advertising, your kind of minimums, what's the acceptable cost per lead. If you're paying like $100 per lead instead of paying like 10, you can see something is wrong there, So you maybe want to do some checks. You want to hold those people accountable who are running ads for you. Now, just as an example, I prepared this very simple financial model here. I strongly encourage you to do this like in Excel sheet or Google sheet, whatever you prefer. Just, put those numbers, do the calculations. If you prefer paper and pen, be my guest, But long story short, this is what we call cost per lead, and this is what we call cost per customer. Lead, of course, this is how much it costs you to get someone to, fill in the form, get the free trial. Those are leads that are coming to your business. Depending if you are selling a product or service, just try to adapt to what I'm sharing here so that you get the right numbers. Let's say that we are spending $10 to get new lead. And from there, you want to list everything what's in between. Now, this is very specific to your business. When somebody fills in the form, what happens next? Do we call them? Do we send them a booking link to book a call? Do they show up on the call? Like, you want to list all those steps in between someone fills in the form or becomes a lead until they become a customer. And if we have like on every 10 leads, we close a customer. I'm just simplifying the numbers, but you will have your numbers, you will guess yourself. Let's say that we are spending $100 to get a new customer. Customer is those that are spending money with us. Once the transaction is done, once the money is in the bank, we can say, okay, this person is now a customer. So we need 10 leads to get one customer because we lose 9 people in between. People don't reply on the email, people don't reply on phone. They apply and they just, forget about it. It happens, and you know how it works. Not everybody that comes to your business becomes your customer. That's normal. So let's say we are spending $100 to acquire a customer. Now, this is what we call an ad spend. Okay, so this is not all the money that costs us to get this client and to serve them for example, for 1 month. If it is a subscription model, or it is just one transaction. You again need to weight this properly so that if advertising makes sense for your business. So here again, I'm just talking about ad spend so far. So we are putting like $100. We're giving $100 to Facebook and Instagram in order to get one new customer. What are the other costs that you have regarding this? Let's say that we have a subscription plan. So this is like 1 month delivery. So in order for me to deliver my service for 1 month, I need to spend another, $60. Okay, and what are the other costs? I need to pay the agency or advertiser. I need to pay, video editor. I need to, what are the other expenses that you have, regarding this one customer for 1 month subscription? Let's say this is a $40. So from here, I can say that total is like 200. Now, in a best case scenario, I want to be positive after the first subscription. That's the best case. But again, depending of your industry, depending of your product or service, people are willing to, sacrifice like 2-3 subscriptions just to acquire this customer and be profitable after third month. Again, it depends of your niche and everything, but you also need to think about the churn rate, how long people stay with you once they subscribe. Again, if it is a subscription model. And so from there, you want to check if your price is good or you need to adjust it. Or you need to adjust something in between, from cost per lead. Do you need to put more attention in a conversion rate so you don't lose 9 people between applying for your product or service, but you can lose 7, so that would make sense for you. But again, it's up to you to check these numbers, see those numbers and say, okay, so my price is good. And let's say that in this case, my price is like $210 per month. So I'm good because I'm profiting like $10 in the first month. So the second month, I don't have these expenses, I don't have this expense. So that model makes sense for me. I'm willing to sacrifice the whole first monthly subscription in order to get this client. I'm saying this because I remember last year I was about to start advertising for one of my clients, and they had some relatively low price, which was already suspicious to me. I remember them from a couple of years before that, and they had a higher price back in a pandemic time compared to what they had like last year. And I said, why did you reduce the price? Even that price was pretty good. Now we had inflation in between and you reduced the price, and they were actually in very bad position financially because they reduced the price and they were losing clients. They didn't get new clients in between, and they said we have to do something about it. Yeah, we agreed to increase the price from $165 to $197. That was like a bare minimum. We also had to cover costs of advertising. That's what we call these other costs, and also ad spend. We need to cover like at least part of those costs with the pricing, right? So the very good pricing is a strategy itself. So you as a business owner definitely need always to think about twice at least, especially if you're going to advertise. Now, if you just have your organic referrals you do locally, you'll never want to advertise. Again, you can still benefit from this because you will spend some dollars for maybe to print a billboard or whatever you are spending to acquire customers. This is something that you want to use in order for you to do this financial modeling, so that you know this in advance. I hope this financial modeling that I presented here makes a lot of sense for you, and I really hope that you will put enough attention on this specific financial modeling before you do advertising, before you go advertising out there, before you decide how much money you are willing to spend, how much money you are willing to put in ad spend, what are the costs for advertising for your services for the advertiser, or maybe for a digital services agency, how much it's going to cost you to edit videos, photos, spend some time to take this material in place. Just put all this number in place, and from there make decision if it makes sense for you or not, or if you need to make some changes, whether it's in pricing, especially if you have like one-time payment, like if it's not like monthly subscription, something that you can say, okay, I will sacrifice the first subscription in order to be positive from the next one, and so on. So as you can see, pricing is a strategy for itself. Do it smart way. Make sure to check some other videos on my channel. They're all dedicated for you business owners out there who want to level up your digital game. See you soon again.